Everyone's obsessed with protein right now. Everyone's talking about it, selling it. Samkit and Shreyans are the founders of Pune Protein Company, and instead of chasing gym culture or ultra-processed foods, they focus on something much more real, plant-based, high-protein snacks that actually fit into the Indian way of eating. We hear about India being protein deficient a lot. Why is there so much protein deficiency in India?
The Indian diet has been rice and wheat, which don't really provide that much protein that is required for the daily nourishment of the body, for mind and muscle and bone growth.
More than 63% of non-vegetarians are not aware about protein daily intake, and even 85% of vegetarians are not aware about their protein intake.
Why did you focus on plant-based protein?
So when it comes to animal protein, there are downsides like cholesterol, saturated fat, even heart diseases.
If you see the number of Indians in general consuming meat and the production, they don't match, the numbers don't match. So where is it coming from? There's a lot of adulteration, a lot of artificial stuff happening in that industry.
How much protein should one actually be consuming on a daily basis?
Every person should have at least 0.8 gram to 1 gram of per kg of his body weight. But people are having 0.6 gram of per kg of their body weight. So that is very less.
There's a misconception that only the people who go to the gym or men are supposed to have protein, but that's why the whole gap is created. Every human needs protein, irrespective of their gender.
Everyone's obsessed with protein right now. Everyone's talking about it, selling it, arguing about it. There's so much conflicting advice out there. Everyone seems to have an opinion on it. And honestly, it gets loud, confusing, and at times overwhelming. And despite all of this information, we're still not consuming enough protein. My guests today are trying to solve that exact problem. Samkit and Shreyans are the founders of Pune Protein Company, and instead of chasing gym culture or ultra-processed foods, they focus on something much more real, plant-based, high-protein snacks that actually fit into the Indian way of eating. These are snacks you can eat in between meetings, in between meals, or late-night cravings without overthinking. This episode is going to be all about cutting through the protein noise and making better food choices without overcomplicating our lives. Welcome to Sustainability with Shreya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We hear about India being protein deficient a lot, but what does that actually mean? Where is the gap? Why is there so much protein deficiency in India?
Since the very beginning, I feel the Indian diet has been based or reliant on rice and wheat, which don't really provide that much protein that is required for the daily nourishment of the body, for mind and muscle and bone growth. That is the basic gap, and about 7 out of 10 Indians are protein deficient at this point in time.
7 out of 10 Indians.
Yes.
And even 95% people of India are not aware of how much protein they should, consume daily.
Yeah, so basically, this has been there in the family. It starts in the household right from the breakfast. When you see people have very basic stuff that does not actually have protein at all, or barely any protein to begin with. And this gap starts with a gap of information and knowledge. A lot of people don't know that the protein content in their food is very important. And protein is very much required for non-gym goers and just for the daily life. People have this misconception, or a myth, I would say, that protein is to be consumed by people who work out, who lift heavy weights. But that's not true. Every human needs protein for their growth.
And if we see the protein deficiency, like more than 63% of non-vegetarians are not aware about protein daily intake, and even 85% of vegetarians are not aware about their protein intake. So there is a huge gap.
Yeah, that's a huge number, especially when you...
Yeah, so basically, even the people who consume non-veg have a very big gap in the consumption of protein. About 65% of non-vegetarians cannot get their protein consumption right.
And that's really strange if you think about it, because dairy, meat, eggs, whey are supposed to contain,
Right.
people assume that it contains a high amount of protein. That's a really interesting statistic, because honestly, if I had $1 for every time someone asked me, where do you get your protein from, because I follow a plant-based diet, honestly, I would single-handedly make your company a unicorn. That's how much money I would have.
That's where we're headed with this
if
one.
I had $1, because that's the first question I get, because people assume that plant protein is inferior to animal-based protein. Why did you focus on plant-based protein?
So when it comes to animal protein, there are downsides like cholesterol, saturated fat, even heart diseases. So if we compare with the plant-based protein, there are more downsides with the animal-based protein.
Yeah, and plus with the adulteration, the industry is flooded with adulteration, even the meat industry. If you see the number of Indians in general consuming meat and the production, they don't match, the numbers don't match. So where is it coming from? There's a lot of adulteration, a lot of artificial stuff happening in that industry.
There's, of course, a lot of adulteration in the animal agriculture, factory farming industries, but there's also adulteration in dairy industry. And a lot of Indians rely on dairy for their protein intake. But we also know that a large amount of Indians are lactose intolerant. Estimates suggest about over 60% of Indians are actually lactose intolerant. And people may not know that they're lactose intolerant because that can manifest as bloating, acne, inflammation, gas.
Right.
And they don't really, connect that to lactose intolerance. How does that measure up? How should that change the way we look at protein?
So basically what we've gotten into the market right now is the raw and the natural source of protein. Basically, even people who are lactose intolerant or people who cannot, who are vegetarians, who are Jains, people who are flexitarians nowadays. So, this is the snack that they can rely upon to get their plant source and the right amount of protein and the cleanest protein there is in the market.
The major factor is growth hormone in Indian dairy industry. So majority of cows and buffaloes are given growth hormones nowadays. ये सबसे बड़ा मतलब ड्रॉबैक बोल सकते हैं अपन इंडियन डेयरी इंडस्ट्री का. सो उसके वजह से अगर अपन देखे जाए तो सोयाबीन जो है अभी दिस इज एडमामे. एडमामे बेसिकली यंग हार्वेस्टेड सोयाबीन्स जिसका अगर हिस्ट्री देखा जाए तो फ्रॉम लास्ट 1000 years we are consuming soybean.
If you see in today's industry, to match with the growing demand of the meat and eggs and everything, these animals are given injections, growth hormones to keep up with the production to cater to the population, which is where we step in and we provide, we've come up with a source of protein which is natural, clean and pure, which is why this is the best source, cruelty free, and it comes right from the farm to the table. With our salted edamame flavor, we've managed to provide about 46 grams of protein per 100 grams. That is the maximum you can get in one of the packs, which provides more nutrition than having a normal breakfast with eggs or something. You probably have to have 15 eggs to get that much amount of protein at once.
Right.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, for the lactose intolerant, it is much better than whey or isolate proteins.
Yeah.
Because anyways, if you see the base of isolate protein is milk only. So anytime edamame or soy-based protein or other plant-based proteins are better than animal-based proteins.
Edamame is your hero ingredient, so what makes it nutritionally better than other plant sources, as you were mentioning, whether that's, pea protein or rice protein? Why edamame?
Edamame, basically, we've managed to dehydrate it and get to a very nice level where it's crunchy, nice and snackable, during the day when in this busy lifestyle, people can fall back to a healthy snack, a smart snack, which provides protein that is required in the daily lifestyle, The gap is there, that misinformation is there, that protein is not required for everyone. But that's where we step in and we manage to give high protein in all our packs. That's when you can have it while traveling, during your office hours, and anytime and anywhere. Whereas when you see for eggs or meat, you have to have a specific time and a preparation is required. With this, you can just open a pack and get right to it.
And I think Indians are snackers, right? We want our snacks at every point, whether that's with our chai, we have our khakras, our makhanas, our chivras. There's so many varieties of snacks that we've invented as Indians because snacking is a huge part of our culture and our diet. Does snacking affect the way we binge eat, say our energy levels or energy crashes, as we call it, cravings for that matter? Is this a better way to snack?
Of course, when you look at snacking, the general snacks that are consumed in the daily household and our families and just in the Indian households, you'll see they're filled with maidas, palm oil, all the unnecessary artificial sweeteners, colorings, sugars, yeah. So that's where, people have tea every morning. And with that, they have biscuits, which are basically maida and sugar. So we've tried this. Personally, I've tried it too. With my tea, I've tried my salted edamame. It goes best with it. Yeah, so that would be a nice and smart replacement for the unhealthy stuff that we have every morning.
और ये बेस्ट स्नैक हो सकता है because it has all the essential amino acids as well.
Yes.
So it gives you all the vitamins, essential amino acids, and the fiber which is needed for your body. So मुझे नहीं लगता कि इससे better कोई snack हो सकता है.
Yes.
Love hearing that, and you touched upon a really important point that most of the snacks we have today do contain palm oil, they contain a lot of sugar, they do contain a lot of refined flour.
Yeah.
So to have a healthy option, I love that it's entering the market. With so many protein bars, protein snacks, there's protein water now, there's protein popcorn. With so many protein products in the market already, why did you feel there was a space and need for Pune Protein Company?
We were trying to look out for healthier options or at least cleaner options. So that's when we saw that the products that we looked at and who marketed themselves as high in protein and very clean ingredients, but that was just the marketing gimmick, or just for the ads of it, or just to put it out there. But when we saw their list of ingredients, and now people have become smart and they're aware about what they're eating, or they're just trying to figure out what they're supposed to eat. That's when we saw that the list of ingredients were on and on, full of oils that like palm oil, a lot of stabilizers, and unnecessary stuff. That's when we realized we need to come clean, and we need to find something that is short, straightforward, and gives the right exact information of what is there in the pack. And that's when we came up, and that's when we learned about edamame. And the edamame that we are sourcing and we have come up with is exactly that. It is the list is short, it is straightforward, and right to the point when we come to the list of ingredients, the health benefits, and exactly what we're trying to come up with.
As I'm into fitness, I always like to try new products. But their major problem is they are high in fats, high in carbs, and they're hard to digest. So इसलिए हमने सोचा कि ऐसा कुछ प्रोडक्ट क्यों नहीं हम ला सकते कि जो सभी एज ग्रुप के लिए चले और easy to digest हो.
Yes.
So that's why we came up with an idea to launch the Pune Protein Company.
Why the name Pune Protein Company though? Why specifically Pune?
Since we are born and brought up in Pune, and we're quite rooted to it, we've learned a lot in our life, and we felt the need to keep carrying the name forward and still being rooted while taking it to the globe and making it accessible to everyone around the globe. Pune is our origin, but not our limit, and the words keep us rooted to where we're born and brought up. And I feel it's a mindset, and it does not mean that we're supposed to be in Pune. We're from Pune, but for the globe, we're trying to get something as far as possible to to all the humankind.
And also as a Punekar, we don't fall for hype. We always like to ask questions. We want logic. So that's how we built Pune Protein Company.
Yes,
Very close to my heart as well. I'm born in Pune. So
it's amazing to hear.
I love that name, and it's taking Pune to the world, as you said it, and being proud of your roots and where you come from, and labeling that on the product.
Yeah, and as we know, that Pune is actually considered the educational hub of Maharashtra and India overall. People and students from all over India and even abroad come to Pune to study, as we have top institutions in Pune. And I feel what we are trying to do here by getting that awareness, we're trying to educate people and trying to fill that gap of misinformation, and trying to tell people that protein is something that everyone needs in their daily life.
And I think Pune is just not a word, it is a mindset.
Yeah.
So we are following that things.
Yes.
We spoke about how much misconception there is around protein and lack of awareness, lack of knowledge as well. How much protein should one actually be consuming on a daily basis? What does that number look like?
So as per ICMR, every person should have at least 0.8 gram to 1 gram of per kg of his body weight. But if you see in India, people are having 0.6 gram of per kg of their body weight. So that is very less.
And there's a misconception that only the people who go to the gym or men are supposed to have protein, but that's where the whole gap is created. Every human needs protein, irrespective of their gender. So protein helps their brain development, their organ stability and growth, and overall skin and hair health.
As you mentioned, protein is tied to strength, muscles, masculinity. How is this framing shaped the way women look at food, health, performance? What has gotten lost in the narrative?
Honestly, there's a myth that only men need protein, but women, and irrespective of the gender, everyone needs protein. Everyone needs protein. Women too need protein for their daily health, their development, overall development, and brain health. This is a major gap that is supposed to be filled, and I think that's what we're trying to do with our products. We're trying to make it so accessible that even men, women, and people of all age, irrespective of the genders, can have it and have access to real and clean protein.
Protein is seen as something that is extra, that you add on top of what you eat on a daily basis, and something that is specific to gym goers. Is that true?
That is not true. It is considered that if you're having protein or any source of protein, you're on a diet. But that is not true. Your protein is something that is required daily, irrespective of what your age is or what your gender is. All humans in general need protein.
If you both had to paint a vision of what a protein secure or what a protein sufficient India looks like when it comes to homes, schools, offices, what does that look like?
For that image, for me, would be replacing all the unhealthy snacks that go on in the daily life, where people fall back to biscuits, cookies, and namkeens overall. I believe what we have gotten into the market for masses is something that is healthy without forgetting the vision or the taste of our Indians and like people in India like something that is spicy, zesty, and in the desi terms like masaledar, I would say. So that is where we have filled the gap, and we're trying to replace all the palm oil rich and artificial sweeteners filled snacks with something that is healthy, clean, and we're trying to maintain the taste. We've managed to maintain the taste along with the high protein that we get along in the product.
The fact that you said that, if I pick this up, so right away it says that it has 39 grams protein. Right. It has no preservatives, no sugar, no palm oil, no MSG. Right. Of course, it says that it's vegan, low calorie, gluten free. You've pretty much, every criteria, every category that people look for, you've pretty much like nailed all of that. Right. Because when I tell people I'm gluten free, I'm vegan, I want something that is low calorie, people would just joke and say, ice khale. That's the option, right. For you. But to have this that has that much protein packed and is clean, is really incredible to see, and I'm really excited because I love smoky barbecue.
Yeah, same.
So just that spice. I'm really excited to try this one. Can I open it?
Please go ahead.
Of course.
This is so cool. I see something here. It says no safe word needed, just rip.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. Do you have this on every packet?
We've personalized it for every packet. So every pack has a different tag.
Check the other one.
Yeah.
How fun. This says pop me open, daddy of protein.
This is the highest protein in the segment.
How does this have almost 7 grams more protein? So the sea salt flavor has 46 and the smoky barbecue has 39.
Because of the flavor.
Yeah.
How come? What's the magic? What do you mean?
Sea salt is basically raw. It does not have any other ingredient. And whereas barbecue, to provide that flavor, that sudden blast of flavors, we need to add some natural ingredients to bring about that flavor and that taste. So that is where, the protein difference comes in.
As it says here, just rip. So I'm just going to do that. All right.
Yes.
Can't wait to try this. I've been meaning to try this since the episode started. Oh. Can you hear that crunch on mine? This is proper ASMR. This is delicious. This is absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
Wow. Having tried that, I can now confirm it's ticked all of my boxes. It has the right amount of crunch. It has the right amount of spice. I love that bite. I love the ASMR that you got while, I bit into it. And it's addictive. Like I want to reach for more. So can't wait to finish that packet once this is over. But that is really, really cool. And it's a hard flavor to nail. Barbecue is a very, very hard flavor to nail. So the fact that you got that, and to do that plant-based, because a lot of the barbecue flavors abroad, when I travel, the barbecue flavor is not suitable for vegetarians. So to nail that in a plant-based flavor,
yes,
top notch. 10 on 10 would recommend.
Thank you.
Absolutely. For anyone watching this, whether they're vegetarian, Jain, lactose intolerant, but they want to improve their protein intake starting now, what would you say?
It's simple. I would recommend to have our roasted edamame that comes in 3 different flavors and gives exactly what you need when the craving hits. In fact, we've even come up with pocket-friendly options for the times when you feel like having a snack and you opt for street food. Instead, reach out for this right in your pocket with up to 12 grams of protein per pack.
So it does not matter if you work out or not. All that matters is having sufficient protein intake.
Join the Green Revolution with Pune Protein Company.
Because if protein is the question, Pune Protein Company's edamame is the answer.
Since it's sustainability with Shreya, I always end with, what does sustainability mean to you?
From a sustainable perspective, edamame has a lower environmental footprint compared to animal protein, making it a more responsible choice.
So our edamame snacks are high in protein, flavor forward, and designed with sustainability in mind.
Thank you so much for what you're doing. Thank you so much for being here and sharing the story of your brand. I love that you're bringing a protein revolution to India that is plant-based, that's clean, and obviously that's vegan. So I no longer have to answer the question where I get my protein from. I can simply just point to this and know that I'm literally getting about 40 to 46 grams of protein in one pack. So thank you for making snacking easier, healthier, cleaner for people like me and all those others who I know would really enjoy this. And I wish a lot of people do try it because this is revolutionizing snacking as we know it. So thank you for building that and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Can't just eat this before we continue. I was waiting for the answer to be done so I could like eat back. मेरा sound आ रहा है खाते हुए? Just very naturally. I'll put it back. I'll stop eating, I promise. Okay, good.